does the audio sound so terrible? It sounds fine, I guess. We go with Noseta or Bunshoy. Just gonna close my eyes and we're going with Bunshoy. She said golly. I don't think so. University of Goom. Walked right through that Goomba. Never seen that. Imagine owning a copy of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. How do you know this is a real, genuine copy of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, and I'm not just using a save game exploit from a different game to load a ROM off of an SD card. But yeah, hello there, Sarah. Good to see you. I'm just chilling out, having playing one of my favorite games of all time, just kind of for the heck of it. That's how you know it's a real copy of the game, because you can't do that with USB loader. Or SD card loaders, whatever. It's gonna come back, right? Yeah, it came back. You just tried to buy a cheaper GameCube game so someone beat it to you? Dang. Pardon me, sucker. So fortunately, you can get those 50 coins back. Yeah, sucks someone got to those games before you. Yeah, I kind of just felt like doing one more stream. I mean, yeah, I talked about having a busy week, but today's one, like the few breaks I have off, or free time I have. You already bought the manual. Oh no, you bought the manual for a game, but you don't have the game now. Man. I miss game instruction manuals. They were so cool. Game collection is not complete without the manual. Having yeah, buying GameCube games with just the disc and the case just hurts my OCD because it definitely feels like something is missing there. And the copy we were gonna get was missing the manual. That would have been perfect. And then, nope. Who is this? This is Mario. No manual copy plus manual would have been cheaper. Isn't that such a weird idea? So anyway, this game is pretty great. So there's this lost city and some lost treasure, but crystal star thingies too. 1,000-year door. You can tell I missed the manual if it's a good deal, but with this game you thought the manual would have been nice to have. I see. So fortunately, there's not much we can do without this magical map, but Mario actually has the magical map already. So we can go on the hunt for the crystal stars. Now the cheap is complete in box, damn. I see the abbreviation CIB. I mean, obviously it means complete in box, but I've also had some people say it means cartridge, instruction, and box. Or it could mean that too. Complete in box, cartridge, instruction, box, booklet, whatever. It means complete in box. It's just something I've heard before. Oh god, this is terrible. These Goombas just appear and they're just like, "What's up, baby? Why don't you hang with us for a while? We play real nice." Oh, what's a fine-looking Goomba doing with a tubby mustache man like that? Oh, it is like so sweet that you boys think I am cute. Seriously. Yeah, guys like you make me feel like totally barfing. Now get out of our way. Ouch, that was cold. What, you're too good for us? Jeez. An unsealed loved copy that isn't missing anything. Yeah, my GameCube games are kind of mixed. Some of them I have some of the ads, some of them I don't have the ads anymore. The ads I can give it a take. I don't... How much do the ads really add to the value? Like, does a complete in-box copy but no ads go for that much more money than a game that actually has everything, including the ads? It can vary. These things were very easy to lose. Yeah, I don't have all of mine, original ones. Just for completeness, I see. I don't know, I tell myself for my games where I have the case, instructions, and game, but not the ads, I just tell myself it's complete anyway, just for the sake of it. To be fair, I haven't really bought a GameCube game in a while. So ever since prices just kind of went crazy, I've just kind of like been hoarding my original collection. I've been holding on to the games I do have for dear life because stuff's temperamental and hard to reobtain. Actual game media is the most valuable part of it, except some older cartridge stuff. Oh, the cardboard boxes. Oh, you're right. How like what was that? Goomba. No, not Goomba. Nintendo 64 and like N64 boxes. NES, SNES, and N64 game boxes are really valuable because they're really hard to find because no one really held on to those. But you're right, DVD cases are typically not that valuable at all. And it's honestly scary how expensive some of the disc-only prices are for some GameCube games. Like, I don't even want to think about how much Thousand Year Door disc-only is. It's scary. Even broken GameCube discs sell for like 50, 60 bucks. Like, well, maybe like 40 bucks. Still, you're buying a drink coaster for a lot of money. You've been desperately trying to buy up stuff. What appears for a good price value of sealed games can get wonky though. Sealed DVDs are worth less than used ones. That is funny. I guess just different markets, different demographics, different everything. Broken GameCube games. I mean, it's depressing. It's sad how many broken GameCube games are on eBay in the first place. Cause I'm just like, you think about like GameCube was not that popular a system, so I guess not all the games. I mean, when you think about the Wii, like there's like 80 million copies of Wii Sports, but then you think about Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and there's like only like a few million worldwide. And like you search eBay and you see like half of them are broken discs. It makes you really wonder how many of these are left in the world. Maybe with a big scratch for $50. We're baffled, yes. Someone else has gotten into GameCube. GameCube is the hot item right now. And then there's another video that got me thinking. Wii Sports is even funky though, since Nintendo Select's release is somewhat valuable. That's funny. My brother actually gifted me the, I don't know if it's valuable, but it's the Wii Sports plus Wii Sports Resort combo pack, which I think is valuable, or maybe it's not valuable because that was a pack in. Actually, I know that's different from the Wii Sports Nintendo Selects, because who in their right mind was buying Wii Sports on a disc? So I guess it's strange. That's so weird about Wii Sports. Is like, it's either the most common game ever, or you have Wii Sports Nintendo Selects and then Wii Sports Club, which are randomly really valuable. The combo pack is worth a bit, but not huge amounts. It's uncommon. It was in like Wii bundles for a short amount of time. What I was getting at, and then I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I totally forgot. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh. Yes, it does. So it's one disc, and it's literally... It's one disc, so one channel, so you like click on the disc channel, and then yeah, it's a menu that you select between Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. So when my brother ripped the game to USB loaded GX, it has its own unique product code and channel and everything. It's its own like application and everything, separate from either game. And yeah, you click on it, and then there's a menu in-game to select between Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Kind of wild. It kind of blew my mind. Wonky definitely describes it, which means it's definitely a Nintendo product.
Oh yeah.
Man, the later part of the Wii was such a weird part of the generation, because they like clearly gave up on making like killer games. They clearly gave up on making killer must-have Wii games, but then they just did weird stuff like Wii Sports Nintendo Selects, Wii Sports plus Wii Sports Resort bundle, and then just Wii Family Edition. But aside from like Skyward Sword at the end of 2011. They like kind of gave up on developing killer games. And then you would expect, like, oh, so that means all the great games came to Wii U immediately, right? And yeah, Pikmin 2 is another late release. That does seem like... It was released in Europe, so they're like, fine, America, you can have this, but at the end of the Wii's life. I remember waiting for that. But apparently, the reason why there were so few Wii U games, especially early on, is because they really just were having that much trouble adapting to HD development. Later 3DS games are weird? Oh, they sure are. Oh yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles was a big, huge end-of-the-life Wii game. Last Story, Pandora's Tower were all pretty late, but not really first-party Nintendo. So many tutorials, but thankfully you can skip all of them. Xenoblade is huge, yeah. What I'm getting at is that a lot of Nintendo developers had trouble adapting to HD development, so they weren't able to have a lot of Wii U games at the start of the system's life, so you had huge software droughts even at the start of the system's lifespan. So you would think, like, and it sort of came out with the former Nintendo Minute hosts who said, and it was kind of the speculation, was that the Switch had such an amazing year in 2017 because halfway through the Wii U's lifespan they gave up on it and moved all their main developments. They gave up halfway through the Wii U's development and moved all their big resources to the Switch, so you had no good Wii U games towards the end of the lifespan, and so few. Why am I going this way? And then absolutely hit after hit on the Switch in its first year. And they were able to do that because they were much more accustomed to HD development, but they couldn't have that with the Wii U because it was a new platform and there was less games for it. So it made for this really terrible time to be a Nintendo fan, which was like, you had a Wii software drought because they were moving on to the next system, and then you had a Wii U software drought because they didn't know how to make HD games. So basically means not a lot of Nintendo games to play. And then the Wii U kind of had a lot of good games, but then that quickly entered its own software drought because it was the Wii U and they knew it was a flop. So it's been rough. Anyway, Nintendo of Europe localized the games themselves and Nintendo of America wouldn't. Oh, that's right. That was definitely a thing. Thanks for adding me on Wii U, by the way. And yeah, Smash Wii U is a great looking game. I mean, it's 1080p 60 and has really gorgeous graphics. It is quite a showpiece for the Wii U, definitely. Even though Ultimate kind of replaces it. Also, I've been messing around, like, with my modded Wii U. Homebrew on the Wii U is kind of neat, but it also kind of isn't. I don't know, because I go back and forth. I'm like, a homebrew Wii U is cool, but what does it really do that the Wii doesn't already do? Like, unless you really like the Wii U gamepad and like playing games off TV, the Wii U really doesn't offer that much that the Wii doesn't. Like, sure, you can play Wii games and GameCube games on the Wii U. There's even ways to inject channels so you can play Wii and GameCube games directly on the Wii U gamepad with the buttons and everything. But again, you have to really like that controller and really not mind that screen, because you can play Wii games and GameCube games on a Wii much easier. And emulators honestly aren't really there for the Wii U. Like, you have RetroArch Barf on the Wii U. You have some pretty good emulators anyway on the Wii. plus analog output. I mean, if you really want, that's the other thing, HDMI. If you really want a homebrew system with HDMI, I guess the Wii U is your system, if you like that convenience. But aside from that, the Wii kind of does everything the Wii U does anyway, but slightly better. Pity it's on Wii U, yeah. Yeah, mod your system. It's really easy. It's really fun to mess with, actually. I think you'll have fun. The HDMI on the Wii U actually looks nice. I tried, So I tried an experiment. Well, not really experiment. So apparently, I mean, yes, you can use a Wii U gamepad to play GameCube games, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to... Where did I? Oh no, I did. You can use the Wii U gamepad to emulate the classic controller, so you can play some Wii games on the gamepad with classic controller, which is actually an official thing, kind of. So if you bought Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii U eShop and you booted it, it would ask you if you wanted to play exclusively on the gamepad. So you could literally play that game fully off TV. And there's some programs which lets you inject Wii disc images to have that same option on any Wii game. Granted, that supports the classic controller. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to play Mario Kart Wii online on my Wii U, HDMI out and everything. So I took my Wii U to someone else's house, because they have a compatible router and I don't. That's another story I'll talk about later. You just use the actual classic controller. I'm mixed on the classic controller. You always use 3 controllers on it. That's true. Where was I going? Long story short, for some reason the TV I plugged the Wii U into didn't accept the Wii U's HDMI output, which was weird. So that kind of defeated the purpose. And then so I couldn't have Mario Kart Wii on that particular display. Don't know what was up with that. But it kind of hit me. It's like, oh, I can use the Wii U as a portable HDMI Wii-enabled machine. I don't have to bring an upscaler with me or anything. But like, it kind of hit me. Like, the Wii U is less portable than the Wii. The Wii U console is bigger than the Wii. It has a bigger power adapter, and it has a gamepad you have to travel with. So it ends up not really being all that more convenient than the Wii. Unless you really like off-TV play. Or you really want to play Wii U retail games. Most of the good ones are on the Switch and are better on Switch. That's a whole other discussion. So I don't know. Wii U's fun, but I don't know how much merit it has. Plus there's no good N64 emulator for Wii U. I mean, there's some that run in virtual Wii mode. But they aren't great. They aren't compatible with the Wii U gamepad as a controller. So I don't know. I end up just turning on my Wii or my GameCube when I want to play those games. The Wii U has all the disadvantages of a console and a handheld. It's the anti-Switch! Like, I could basically quote, I think my favorite quote is from Classic Game Room's review of the Wii U, where his Wii U was running out of battery in the middle of the review, and he was basically like, so the home console that requires AC power can still run out of battery power. Like, you're right. A pink house sounds totally hideous, but it should be easy to find. But hey, the Switch can't play GameCube game. Well, it can. I don't have a modded Switch. That seems a little spicier than a modded Wii U. It requires AC power and battery power together. I mean, to be fair, you do need battery power in a Wii remote, which in itself is kind of a pain. But at least it has longer battery life. I mean, and I'm using a wireless controller right now. Like, the Wavebird lasts forever, I swear. It's great. Hooktail, I've heard that name. You got it. Is that what it said? You got it? Because that's from that one show. Wait. Oh yeah, recharge your rechargeable batteries. You can't run it without electricity, and you can't use the gamepad if the battery's dead, which is frequently. Yeah, replace double A's versus waiting 3 hours to charge, or yeah, playing with it plugged into the wall. Isn't that what you want to do? Yeah, it's one thing to, like, you know, use your phone or a handheld game console plugged into a wall when it's low on batteries, but imagine that plus like some other like giant console plugged into a wall. Like, it's... What were they thinking? Gamepad uses internal battery. I mean, yeah, if all of them break, we'll just have to rely on third-party replacements. You're too far from the Wii U. Too far or too much interference. I mean, in my case, where I have a... I don't know if it's because my house is old and the walls have made of lead. They aren't. Or if because there's a giant AC unit in the middle of my house and it makes a lot of interference, but it is not like it when it's in a different room. Even like actual close proximity, but just if there's a wall in between, it doesn't like that. But I've heard mixed things. Some people say it works great in other rooms, some people say it doesn't. What third-party replacements? iFixit sells Wii U batteries. I actually didn't know that until recently. And I assume they are aftermarket because they're way cheaper than the Nintendo official ones. You can play the Switch anywhere, indeed, which is why I probably should homebrew it, because it's such a great device for that. But I can also take the 3DS anywhere, and I also homebrewed that, and it's been wonderful. Works great until you get to the top floor. So upstairs at least it works, but isn't that useful for you? Oh, I see. Kind of. It's weird because my entire life I've only lived in a bungalow or a one-story. I've never lived in a multiple-story house. Actually, I've only lived in one house, so it's hard for me to imagine like playing your Wii U and then going upstairs. Is probably a fun experience, but again, living in a house with stairs is probably fun, like I would know. Basement, second story, we don't have any experience of that, personally. For now, Switch Homebrew is of no use to you. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured too. Townhouse that isn't big. I see. Yeah, honestly, I can play Nintendo 64 portably on my Homebrew 3DS. Which for me kind of replaces like, so my brother-in-law actually showed me he has like this, there's loads of retro multi-console handhelds available. Particular one he showed me was by Ambernick, and he showed me it plays every retro system under the sun. I think up to Dreamcast. I don't think it does GameCube, but yeah, those exist. But for me personally, the modded 3DS kind of replaces that because NES, SNES, and 64 emulation is pretty good on it. And that's kind of all I really need. Take him on. Take me on. Living in a house with stairs is fun, unless you're John. Flamingo and John, yes. That's what I was thinking of too. Alright, we got a really tough quiz here. What's hidden in this palace? Keys. Also kind of a cultural exclusivity thingy that snuck its way into this game. I don't know how to explain it. So there's a circle that appears when you get something correct, and the original Paper Mario is the same way. So like it's like how in Japan, how the PlayStation controller confirm and cancel is swapped, how circles confirm and X's cancel. They use the same symbols here because it's kind of a universal symbol in Japan. I'm not even looking at the questions, I just know looking at the choice of answers. Ooh, really tough question. Across boat by sea. Race in a cart. Yeah. The other day you had to wait for someone outside. You actually Game Boy Advance. Aren't you weird? Not really. GBA Advanced video carts are great. I actually don't own any right now. I think some of my other family members have them, but I don't have any, so we unfortunately can't watch. Codem Kids Next Door is a great show. It's probably the first... K&D is probably the first show that not only I really... Probably the first show that I really, really liked. But I can talk about that. So, kind of a hint at what I might do later is... I might do some GBA later in the stream, just for the fun of it. Okay, I do have enough. I'm just gonna burn these guys. Here's your DS Lite. That's funny too. It's funny how the DS Lite works with like most GBA accessories, including the e-reader, which I actually do have a Nintendo e-reader. I don't have any cards because no thanks. And I only have a Nintendo e-reader because I found it for $1 at a flea market, and I'm like, literally never gonna get a better deal than that. And I'm also never gonna make back my dollar, honestly. Or I've honestly not even gotten a dollar's worth of use out of it because it's a useless piece of crap. But yeah, DS Lite has a headphone jack. Can't you print e-reader cards? I've never really looked at that because, again, it's the e-reader. But I've always kind of wondered, isn't it like a magnetic thing? Or is it literally just an image of dot codes? I mean, yeah, I could just Google that. But I've also been kind of lazy to find out. I mean, probably. I'm also lazy, and, like, what am I gonna do? Get the... print out 6 dot codes so I can play Balloon Fight on my Game Boy Advanced? I don't think so. They probably are just printed. I don't think it's quite that advanced. Bootleg e-reader cards. Yeah, let me just fire up the Hewlett-Packard and print out some bootleg Balloon Fight e-reader cards. My mom's gonna be like, what the hell are you doing? Yeah, because Balloon Fight is awesome. Ice Climber is not. And Excite Bike's okay, but Balloon Fight, that's a great NES game. Play that all the time. I have a laser printer, right? I assume it's laser. I forget what the other kind are. Your mom's used to you doing dumb stuff. My mom is too, but I kind of try to make my dumb stuff more discreet. You like Ice Climber? I like Ice Climber, but I don't love it. Every time I play it, I just get frustrated-ish with the controls and I don't get far. Ink. It does use ink, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I might give that a try sometime. I have now something to do on my to-do list when I actually have free time. There we go. Yeah, I almost thought you were typing out Ice Climbers again. Ink Climbers. That'd be an interesting game. Why did they never make another Ice Climber game? Seemed like one of those things they could like reboot and make interesting. Like Kid Icarus. But they just don't. They have an NES game and they're in Smash Bros. And that's their whole legacy. So what I was gonna say a long time ago was that there's an LDR video where he goes, I don't know which LDR Drifts video it is, or even if it is an LDR Drifts video, but he just finds some kind of sensor where Goodwill's not even selling the stuff, they're just running through garbage that people give them, and he finds all these GameCube game cases and even manuals, but no discs. Or if you find discs, they're hopelessly broken. And it's really depressing to look at. Is this the state of 6th generation video game collecting? Is all that all this DV stuff just destroyed? Is the supply really that low? So really think about it, GameCube supply is only gonna get more scarce as games die, as people buy games and then don't sell them off because people want it part of their collection. It just goes to show that this stuff is temperamental and there's a limit on how much of it is out there. But fortunately I held on to my childhood copy of this game and it works, as you can see. One thing that bugs you, one thing you want to fix one day, tell me about it. You don't want to merely hoard your collection to yourself. Okay, so this Koopa guy is a loser, but that's kind of the point to him. Please take me with you to fight Hooktail. His dad went to fight Hooktail, but never came back. Jesus. It's not about avenging my dad. Actually, that's exactly what it is. He's like, this isn't about avenging my dad. But he's like, yeah, it's about revenge. Okay, so it's 80% revenge, and it's 20% wanting to prove himself to his dad. So it's 100% because of his dad. That's tragic. See, everyone says I'm a crybaby, a weakling. But if I can defeat Hooktail, you won't be those things. You'll be strong like your dad. Freaking illusion of choice. You can reject him, but you need him to actually get into Hooktail's castle, so it's not really a choice. You want one day to be able to have people over and be able to share your game, to be able to share your collection with. That would be nice, but money, geography, COVID, it makes it hard. Oh yeah, I'm pressing the Z button, and I'm pronouncing it right just for you. Pressing that button, the blue button next to the R button, makes you go back. Kind of handy. I wish that was more standard in a lot of games, because I do that so often in text scrolling, as I'll be half paying attention, I'll skip, and then I change my mind, it's no, I actually do want to know what that said. It's pretty nice. And people say the GameCube had no innovative ideas. Trying to get Canadian citizenship? Maybe someday, I don't know. I mean, if I am, I've been lazy about it. I don't have a passport still. But if I do cross the border, at least I'll be able to blend in better. So anyway, we're gonna fight Hooktail, but his girlfriend, ew, thinks, well, no, he's leaving. He left his town without telling his girlfriend, so now she's mad that, he even needs to go on this journey. She's like, it doesn't matter, I don't think he was a crybaby, or... What if you are timid and sort of a crybaby? I don't care about that. I just want to be with you, so don't go. Sorry, Koopy Koo, I've made up my mind. I'm traveling with Mario, he's invincible anyway. She's like, fine, but I'm gonna be angry about it. See, this is a journey that Koops here needs to take, apparently. Because, sure, he could just stay in the village and not grow, or he can fight a giant red dragon and actually grow as a person. Koopa, whatever. I mean, yeah, there's being brave and then there's being stupid. But fortunately, he has Mario, and Mario never loses. So I think the odds are pretty good. I do wonder too, because I get sort of the same feeling as I do, feel like I have so much that I would like to maybe not show off, but just present a lot of stuff I have more often. But yeah, not just geography, money, and COVID, but it's also social anxiety. Because, like, sure, I could just... I don't talk to a lot of people IRL, is kind of the problem. So anyway, just do this, and you're in. I do have a lot of friends online, though. So many that I ended up... So many Twitter friends that I actually didn't even bother to post. So many Twitter friends I actually didn't even bother to post a link to the stream in the Twitter because I get anytime I tweet I get all these Discord messages and well, not a ton, but if I tweet people get the wrong idea that I'm like ready to conversate, and it's like just because I can retweet one cute little picture of Cozy Glow does not mean that I'm available to have a full conversation. And I should just like say that outright, just be like, hi, thanks, but I'm busy. For some reason, even that's like too hard for me to say. So anyway, can't cross because the bridge is out, oh no. So then it becomes... I don't know where I'm going. Sometimes it can be hard, like I'm letting people down by not appearing to be available, so I may as well just be invisible, I don't know. The idea is to... What good is it having all this stuff? Can we just enjoy them? Yeah. You just ignore people and you're busy too. Yeah, I do the same thing, but I always feel bad. Like, yeah, if I retweet something and then I get a message, I'll just end up ignoring them, and that usually gets the point across. But I always feel bad, so I was like... So instead of, like, tweeting... This is half of why I stopped tweeting Wordle. The other half is because... New York Times. But it's also because, like, I would tweet it and then people want to talk, but I would sometimes do Wordle right before work and tweet it right before work, but then I end up leaving and then run out of time. Unfortunately. That's why you have yourself set to offline on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, I alternate kind of between invisible and offline, or invisible and do not disturb. Because, like, sure, since I, like, run the HE Discord, sometimes if there's sometimes there's no mods online in the HE Discord, I kind of get anxious, so I'll just, like, have myself as do not disturb just to show that I'm online, and, like, plus I'm on top of the HE Discord, so it kind of, like, boosts my ego. So that's kind of why I'm not always invisible, but sometimes, especially at work, I'll be invisible. I'm on do not disturb now because I'm not at work. I'm playing Twitch. Not making money because I don't know if my affiliate was approved. That's another story. Affiliate's dumb. These bones, they remind me of my father. Mods asleep, post living books into the other channel. What is that person just sent? Ew, gross. Anyway, these bones. There's no doubt about it. Jeez. At least his bones are. Jeez. Am I really gonna defile this grave? Yes. Post Amethyst being a car in the putt-putt room. I should do that again. That was fun. That image is funny. I used to have it on the live stream. Posting in the Discord could be fun. Yeah, this game is really morbid. I came to this castle to destroy Hooktail, but I am stuck and can go no further. So in this letter I shall note Hooktail's weakness for those who follow. The dread Hooktail cannot tolerate creatures that begin the dread hooktail cannot tolerate creatures that begin with cr and end with icket. I wonder what that could mean. Why would you write that anyway? Like, in a practical sense, whatever. Hidden somewhere in this castle is some item related to its weakness. If one has any hope to defeat Hooktail, it must find that item. One last thing. If faced with ultimate doom, the fiend will use any trick to save itself. If you hope to defeat it, do not give in to your kinder nature and fall for its tricks. Alas, I do not have the strength to continue writing. Already mist veils my eyes. Jeez. My last words to my son, Colorado. Te amo, and I'm proud of what you become. So anyway, this is not that is not Koops' dad, but based on the name, he's apparently the dad of a character from the first Paper Mario, which is also kind of effed up, but that character doesn't appear in the game. But if this isn't my father, I wonder if that pile of bones over there... Oh, why would you even say that? You tried to find a pic of that the other day, somehow you couldn't. I have the GIF. It's from the episode Too Many Birthdays, so you can just look up like Too Many Birthdays. How I remember the episode? I don't know. Look at all these bones. Yeah, that'll do. Look, Steven, I'm a tiny car. Vroom, vroom. Wait, did you hear that? You hear the stinking motorcycle outside? As soon as I said I'm a tiny car, the frickin' thing outside revved up. It's like perfect timing. It's like when you click on Putt-Putt's gas gauge, how he revs up. Oh yeah, that yeah, that's the line. Man, early Steven Universe was weird. Yeah, oh god. No, I'm fine. There's that. Which is pretty great. Like, the context of it and like what he says and like how he gets thrown out by Sadie and Lars is funny. My favorite, and it is Season 1, my favorite from Season 1 though is when Steven has the mirror with Lapis, and then he realizes that there's another being in there, so he can like tell because the mirror is like talking to him. So then he goes into the big donut and he's like, table for two. And then Ronaldo just like, he hears that and he just screams like, Steven's pregnant! And it's just like, holy shit. Like, I heard that and I just like laughed so hard. Cause like, yeah, hearing Steven say table for two could be interpreted as, like, what is... that is something you would say. I don't even know. God, that show is so good. Remember when Steven nearly became a cat monster? Yeah, that was horrifying. What am I doing? Dying, apparently. Oh, Mario's fine. Yeah, that was like the one of the first, like, 4 episodes or something, and then... yeah, that's terrifying. Speaking of terrifying... well, it's a spoiler. Oh, well, it was marked as a spoiler. I don't know if it's going to appear in the show, but... Dana Terrace did reveal what's under King's, crown. And it's, not very pleasant, is all I'm gonna say. Wait until you see what that was a parody of. Oh, it's based on something funny. I should look it up. I should look up what it is, but not actually watch the source material because I do not do well with that kind of stuff, especially live action. Actually, honestly, like, Marcy's transformation was... I honestly couldn't even look at the TV. That was pretty intense. I'm surprised they did that in a modern Disney Channel show. You were thinking about the Owl House. And yeah, Amity is voiced by Guitar. It's pretty amazing. Are you saying Avatar is a parody of anime, or Owl House is a parody of anime? Because I feel like Avatar is more like actually inspired by anime, whereas like there's so many like DBZ or DBZ references in Amphibia and Owl House that it kind of feels like those are parodies of anime. But yeah, the same voice as Amity is Katara, and that oh, it's from an anime. I was gonna guess like it was some like 1920s horror movie or something, but it's an anime. Still not gonna look it up. Oh, it's Akira. I was gonna say Mae Whitman also voiced little Susie from Johnny Bravo, which I think was one of her first roles as an actress. So she's been doing voiceover for a long time. 80s anime, not too far off. I mean, the 20th century was forever ago at this rate. Anyway, I have the black key. Oh. So anyway, I don't know what they were going for here, but I don't know. So there's these guys who like say they're gonna curse you or something terrible, but they just give you abilities that actually help you through the game. So I guess that's like the joke. You always wondered if Katara was gay. Oh, you idiot! Press and hold R for longer. Hold R and be ashamed. Well, I don't need to hold R to be ashamed. I do wonder, I mean, she obviously does go for Aang, and I know some people rather she had been with Zuko. But yeah, Katara is pretty interesting throughout the show. My favorite episode of the entire Avatar series is the episode where she looks for her mom's killer. And I don't think I need to explain why that episode is really emotionally intense. But yeah, I think like that's probably the most intense episode of the whole series. And it's funny. It's funny watching like Johnny Bravo and listening to Little Susie, whatever, and just thinking like, man, that little twerp grows up to be Amity Blight and grows up to realize she's pansexual, so gotta admire her for that. Little Sussy. Her name's spelled like S-U-Z-Y. I know it's Susie, but I called her Sussy. I have no idea why. Mae Whitman was in Johnny Bravo, and she voiced a character named Little Susie. I don't have the key. I do have the key though, don't I? What? And yeah, I did kind of... My main motivator for wanting to stream this week, and today on my day off, is because I want to do one more stream before we get new episodes of The Owl House and Amphibia, because there's going to be a lot to talk about when that starts happening. They already revealed the episode titles for the rest of Season 2, and I think the rest of Amphibia, so at least a bunch of Amphibia episode titles are now available, and I have not looked at them. The only thing I do know is that I know what... so the first 10 episodes of Owl House Season 2, if you take the first letter of the title of the first 10 episodes, it spells out the message, "Seek the Key." And since we have the titles for the next wave of episodes, we know what the latter part of that message is, and I'm not going to say it here, but... it's "Seek the Key" and then something else. There is a message, but I'm not gonna say it. Because aside from that, I don't know what the titles are because I don't want that. I haven't even seen the teaser. I've seen a few screenshots, but I want to go in fresh. I want to go into Kirby, the Forgotten Land fresh. I'm going to go into Amphibia and Owl House fresh. When you were young, you're not sure you realized Katara and Sokka were brother and sister. Oh, that's funny. I mean, yeah. I mean, when I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, I don't think I watched the very first episode. Or maybe I did. It's one of those things where... It's one of those shows where, like, a lot of people kind of miss the first episode, I guess. And if you miss that, then it's not as obvious they're siblings. I don't know. Kind of reminds me, this horrible comment I read, where someone said the same exact thing about Dipper and Mabel, except it should be a lot more obvious that Dipper and Mabel are siblings. Plus, who knows? Anyway. And then, speaking of horrible things, well, not horrible, just misunderstanding. When the first teaser clip of Amphibia Season 3 came out and we saw Anne's parents for the first time, one of my friends remarked and they said, like, oh, when I first saw it, I thought Anne's father was her brother. And, like, it's kind of like, I can kind of see that. Because her Mr. Boonchoi's kind of got that teen spirit, but a dad. I don't know how to put it. Why'd I do that? Memories from after, yes. A bit. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, memories are a bit hazy, but you rewatched it in 2020. I had to rewatch more recently than that. Or actually, it's been a while since I've seen it. But I'm pretty... I know a lot that happened. Have I seen Turning Red? I have not. I do plan to. Probably soon. I heard it actually wasn't too bad. I heard it was pretty good. Like, the trailers make it out to be kind of weird, but... And I did see, like... I guess I got, like, an ad for a scene, and it's just, like, a normal scene, and, like... It seemed pretty interesting based on, like... actually seeing a clip of the movie, not just, like, a cut-up trailer. But I don't know. I might see it. It's kind of funny. I don't know if you're just asking or if there's a point you want to bring up, but it kind of reminds me how... It's good. One character reminds you of somebody. Do the 4 main characters remind you of the Mario Bros. And the Waluigi Bros? Yeah, I guess you can ask... Yeah, we can talk about that part later, but I saw some people say, like... What are these, like, the Mario Brothers, like, children? Because you got... May as the red one, you got... Yeah, I guess that's not what you're referring to, but I just mentioned that because some people have also mentioned it. Someone told me, like... Someone, like, linked me a, clip of the Cuphead show, clips of Miss Chalice, and said to me that Miss Chalice reminded them of Cozy Glow. And, like, I didn't want to say that that's what it... I didn't want to say that that's what Miss Chalice reminded me of, because honestly, I can, like, look and I can see Cozy Glow in, like, everything. It's actually kind of scary. So, like, when it was describing, like, Hooktail, it's like, do not fall from Hooktail's mischievous tricks. He'll try anything to deceive you. That, like, reminded me of it. That's like Cozy Glow. It's like the guy with the butterflies. Like, is this, and then insert whatever you want. That's me with, like, anything in fiction. I'm like, is this Cozy Glow? So, if I say something reminds me of Cozy Glow, then ignore me because I'm not mentally well. What was the other thing I was going to bring up? One thing that did remind you of Cozy, that's silly. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'll see the movie and I'll be the judge of that. Oh yeah, I wanted to... There's this friend I'm talking with, and we talk about Cozy Glow and like MLP a little bit. And I kept like asking him if he'd seen Spider-Man Far From Home. Or I guess I could ask you if you've seen, not Far From Home, the third one, No Way Home. Because that entire movie, again, me thinking about Cozy Glow, brings up a lot of questions about what to do with villains, and doesn't really answer all those questions, but like honestly, like, yeah, but he said he didn't see the movie, so I didn't want to get too deep into Spider-Man No Way Home spoilers. Dang. You've only seen Spider-Verse? Spider-Verse is great. So anyway, if you wear the correct badge, it weakens Hooktail, so that's like what that letter was referring to. About his weakness. You just duck and you avoid the fire, where the fire doesn't hurt you. Last night you found a French localization of 3D Ultra Pinball Thrill Ride. For some reason they changed Thrill Zone to Crazy Land. Crazy Land reminds you of Cozy Land. Oh no, like Cossy Land, like my Animal Crossing town. That's funny. Man, I wish the Wavebird had a rumble feature, because the rumble in this game is crazy. Yeah, but if you play this part with a rumbling controller, it just like goes nuts every time Hooktail stomps. But again, that would require you to play the game, and that would require you to own the game, and we've already talked about how that's really difficult these days, unfortunately. Sorry. I would swap controllers, but GameCube doesn't always like it when you do that. Imagine having a Wavebird. That too. I mean, this Wavebird I got not too long ago. Yeah, having a Wavebird, a working Wavebird, and a receiver is also kind of a premium item. Eh. People really like the idea of turning the GameCube into a modern system. I give up, please. I won't be so bad anymore. I promise. In fact, I'm sorry for everything. Yeah. To prove it, I'll give you 1,000 coins. What do you say? Can you forgive me? Keep your coins, fiend. So the funny part is, like, yeah, this is what the whole, like, Hooktail will try to trick you thing refers to. So if you press sure, he'll damage you. If you say keep your coins, he won't. In a speedrun, it's actually faster to just do this and just take the damage. So I'm just gonna do that. Delicious. I knew you would. Money makes the world turn. Now come get your coins. Ouch. Oh ho 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 ho! You were completely duped by my ingenious ruse. How cowardly! You senseless yokels. Nothing in life is that easy. Your gullibility did you in. Wait, this person talks. I was gonna call it a guy, but actually Hooktail's a girl. Anyway, this is also kind of crazy. Ugh. That's just not right. So the first time I ever played Paper Mario 2000 Year Door, I still remember this pretty vividly. Like, people talk about like next generation experiences, whatever. Like, when I first got to this part, like when you see the size of Hooktail, like this giant, like look how huge Hooktail is. Like the N64 could do nothing like this. Seeing this really felt like a true generational leap in graphics. Like, this really showed off the power of the GameCube. This really blew my mind, just how huge they can make characters. So, nom nom nom. Like, she's so big, she doesn't even fill the... You can only see her head and her foot. It's just one of those things that left an impression that I still remember. Okay, let's change the controllers and try to see if the GameCube doesn't have a hissy fit. Actually, what am I talking about? It's just laziness on my part. It's the receiver of the Wavebird that gets kind of weird. I'm gonna put my GameCube close to the microphone. Rumble's on, right? No, that wasn't that intense. How many star points we got? Ooh, now that's some force feedback. And then back to the Wavebird because, yeah, that's like it. And now the Wavebird doesn't want to work because this is what I was afraid of. I don't know what's up with the Wavebird receivers. They just like to not work. Sometimes. I gotta change the channels. Darn radio frequency. Oh, you missed it. Basically, coughs up a blue shell, and wow, it's his dad. And yeah, you don't have boogie wireless controls. I mean, yeah, the GameCube works fine. It's just the Wavebird receivers being weird. Your PS2 is a bit fucked, though. It's a shame how not well built the PS2 is. Wow, son, you've grown. I mean, golly, what happened to you? Where have you been all this time? I came here a while back to deal with Hooktail, and all was well and good. But just before I'm finishing below, he played a trick gun. But Hooktail's a girl. They confirm later, because you meet a dragon, spoilers, you meet another dragon who's like, you killed my sister. Oh, he's the source of the Mario Kart Blue shell. PS2 Slim is awesome and terrible. It's basically a PS2 on a chip. It's so tiny. PS2 in a thing is so cool. Yeah, the PS2 Slim is great, but I kind of want a fat PS2 because you can attach a hard drive and load games off the hard drive and basically just have like all your PS2 games on a hard drive, and you can't do that with PS2 Slim, even though there's like other things you can do. And the build quality is nothing. Yeah. No hard drive does suck though. Why Sony do that? Probably because very few games used it. And they want to slim their device. Mario got the Crystal Star, Cubes, where's Princess Peach? So we're going to keep going because this game is fun and I want to keep playing it. You've been thinking of getting refurb IDE drive to upgrade your Xbox. That does sound cool. I do kind of want to get into soft modding in Xbox, but I'm just not too sure what I would do with it. I mean, most of the stuff, I don't know. I'm more of a Nintendo guy, and all my Nintendo systems are pretty well covered and emulated. Like, sure, I could. I have enough systems that emulate N64, NES, and SNES. And then what am I gonna do? Play, like, Xbox original games? Yeah, pirate what? Grabbed by the ghoulies? Homebrew. True. Yeah, it's cool with homebrew apps. I can play Banjo-Kazooie on it. I can also play Banjo-Kazooie on my GameCube, my Wii, and my Wii U, and my Switch, and my N64. I don't think my life's gonna be transformed by playing it on the Xbox. But still could be fun. Mario? Excuse me, Mario? Oh yeah, actual high definition. So like, yeah, all the systems I just mentioned, besides the Switch, are all standard definition, like 480p. So that's one thing that's cool, is you can actually play N64 games at 720p on the original Xbox. So yeah, you can do that with a console and an emulator from like the early 2000s. That's kind of insane. Nintendo was like, nah, 480p is fine enough forever. I mean, they work kind of onto something. I mean, look how good this game looks. 1000 Year Door is a great game. Well, Lord Crump, this Mario character has the map. It's likely that he'll find the crystal star we're hunting in the Bogley Woods. We must return there immediately and hasten the evacuation. Excavation. Duh. So there are these crystal star items, and that's what the map is telling us to find. But there's these mysterious bozos who are also on the hunt for crystal stars. So throughout the game, they're like the antagonists, and they're constantly like a thorn in Mario's side, because we're a thorn in his side. You need to get back into streaming. That could be fun. I kind of thought of that too. Like, I wanted to do this stream like weeks ago, but it's just never really been convenient. Until now, apparently. So we've also got these three little beings who work for the X-Nauts. Take care of this troublemaker. So yeah, he just sends every force he can. The X-Nauts try the best to do away with Mario, and just Mario's unstoppable. So like, some chapters go from like you versus the X-Nauts, X-Nauts undercover, nothing to do with the X-Nauts. Like, there's a lot of variety in the story. Can't believe I'm kidnapped again. So, okay. Do we want to watch Peach take a shower, or do we skip that? Because, contrary to belief, you don't have to watch Peach take a shower. So like, yeah, you can shower here, or if you exit, the story progresses. But is my Twitch chat rated for adults? I mean, there's a shower. There's a curtain here. Let's just do it. We all know the real reason why this game is expensive online. He takes short showers, jeez. And yes, it is best character. Exactly. That's why I said just do it. How refreshing. I feel like a new princess. And nice touches after that. She gets a nice ponytail. This game is so weird. So anyway, after that, the door opens. That wasn't the case before. But if you go into the bathroom and leave, the same thing happens. So showering is optional, but like we said, it's actually mandatory. So Peach unfortunately doesn't actually do a lot. She can't jump, she doesn't participate in battles, she just does these mandatory story sequences with really obnoxious music. I think that scene was interesting. There's some really weird things that they make Peach do in this game that I don't think they would do in a Nintendo game today. I don't think we're gonna get to that part today. Definitely not. That's like halfway through the game. So anyway, there's this computer person, and the I am this laboratory's main computer. I am Tech XX. Many call me Tech. You may. So this is computer who follows Lord Grotus, who is leader of the X-Nauts. So Peach just like talks to this computer about stuff. And it's kind of interesting how Peach and Tech develop. So the earlier text box said like it's the computer's job to observe Peach, and then Peach realized that if he's been watching this whole time, oh no, this is okay, even though like the beginning of this is weird and amazing. It's just too weird. Please tell me, please. I am the world's best computer. I am perfect. There should not be anything that I do not understand. Please. Well, you know, maybe. Is it possible that, well, you're... in love with me? Love. What is love? I cannot compute this. Wait, you don't know what love is? Love is how... Love tells you when you want to be with a person forever. Aww. It makes you feel happy just to see that person smiling, having fun. Sort of like a, just like Lumity. When you love someone, you will do anything to help when he or she is in trouble, or they. Let's not be inclusive, or let's be inclusive. Amity Blight will do anything to help build that portal. Happiness, fun. I have definitions for these words, but my programming is insufficient. There should be nothing I cannot comprehend. I am a perfect computer. Baby, don't hurt me. Comprehend love. Love's not something you comprehend, Tech. You feel it. Princess Peach, will you teach me to feel this thing you call love? Let's not be... I get those words mixed up. It's like how I can't distinguish left and right. Okay, that was an honest slip of the tongue. You're a computer. Why should you care about love? There's nothing I cannot comprehend. Nothing. That is why you must help me understand this thing called love, please. You know, I should spit on your screen. You'll grant me my wishes? Huh? Why should I believe you? That emotion I can comprehend. So, fortunately, the computer is nice to... I cannot distinguish left and right, revealing his centrism. Yes, that is my actual... Who would have thought that'd be his political orientation? So, fortunately, we're allowed to send an email to the computer. This email is the way of the future. So it's funny how, like, even off the bat, Peach is, like, asks if the computer is in love with her. So, if you think about how the computer has been watching Peach this whole time, it can be inferred that Tech, the computer, fell in love with Peach after watching her shower. Like, think about that. Just put that thought into your head. You always thought I was a socialist? I mean, I meant the directions. My left hand and my right hand. I'll call my left hand right. But socialism, yeah, that's where it's at. If I could just... Damn, girls are hot, says the computer. Yep. So anyway, here's this guy. I think his name is Grogar or something. Bowser, the mighty Koopa King has arrived. Hold your applause, minions. Now that I'm here. So anyway, Bowser, you can like talk to the minions. Oh god. So the other day I saw Lord Bowser gazing longingly at a photo of Princess Peach. And you may want to put a cork in it, man. Ho! Or who, I tell you, the look on his face when he was mooning over that thing, huh? Yak! Lord Bowser. Well, I'm dying to hear the rest of your hilarious story, Mr. Comedian. Do share. You can only agree being pretty gay. I mean, I agree with that sentiment too. Or boy, do I have a less handsome side? The way you look at this, it's perfect. The world is mine. These statues gonna be mandatory in all households. Is Bowser selfish like Rainbow Dash? I mean, the way he talks about himself. What a profile. I got a fake item. Just play the sound. Blah blah blah. All you really have to do is just walk to the end of the hallway. Compelling gameplay. I just arrived, so blah blah blah. I think girls are hot, that's hetero. Well, I'll explain later. Please, your grumpiness, don't be so impatient with your poor servant. It's my displeasure to report that Mario, that scum, is off to a town called Rogueport. Am I Mario's babysitter? I don't care what he's doing. Are you gonna call me every time that guy blows his nose or what? Sheesh. This game is so great. It's very cynical writing. Mario's hunting a treasure. Crystal stars. You must find what they are. They no doubt of high value. They sound like world-conquering tools. I want them. Continue researching this for me, you brainiac. Do you like fried eggs, Lord Bowser? The real question's here. Yes. I do. I love fried eggs. Love them. But what a weird question. Why do you ask? Petal Meadows. I was wondering if we can have a picnic. Airhead! A picnic, you moron? There's no time for fun. This is why my evil plans always derail. Because you clods always goof off. Oh dear, Lord Bowser, please calm down. Remember your blood pressure. Lord Bowser, terrible news. Some bold fool abducted Princess Peach in Rogueport. Tell me a line, Captain. How? When? Where? Who'd do such a thing? Besides me! Yeah, the word clod hits a little differently now. Most definitely. Princess Peach has been kidnapped. Under no circumstances is anyone allowed to kidnap her without my say-so. I will not stand for this. I'm going to work for it right now and kidnap her back. So that's kind of cool about this game. It's like a three-horse race. Like Mario's after the crystal stars, the X-Nauts are also after the crystal stars and have Peach, and then Bowser is just like at a distant third. He's just like, he knows what the crystal stars are, or he knows they exist, and he knows that Princess Peach is captured, but he's like way behind the times. He's way behind you. But it all does accumulate pretty well. But it all climaxes pretty well towards the end of the game. This game has such a well put together story. Anyway, here's like closure, I guess, but who cares about these guys? Nicely done, son. Nicely done, my son Coops. Remember Mario, the bear of the magical map, blah blah blah. So, enough about old literature and lore. This game is really weird. And I don't think they would do this in a Nintendo game today. But it's kind of like, and not to get ahead of myself. Well, I mean, you saw the computer. There's the computer that falls in love with Princess Peach. And honestly, like, all of Mario's female partners in this game kind of have a thing for Mario. Like, they're pretty explicit when they say it. So, I don't want to call it horniness. But someone designing this game was definitely thinking of something. I also love this. Mario's like Mailbox SP. Mario has like this portable email machine that looks like a Game Boy Advance SP. It's pretty cool. Dearest Mario, I've sent this letter in hopes to reach you safely. I'm being held someplace, blah blah blah. Stars. Collect social stars before they do. Princess Peach. Who even finds Mario attractive? The Goomba girl. She says some stuff later. We'll get to it. I don't think I'm gonna get all the way to chapter 4 at this rate, but let's just say when we get to the true waifu of this game, they do kind of... Well, okay, there's them, but then there's also Madame Flurry, who's less into Mario, and she's more just like teases Mario. I don't know. That is a good point, though. There's not a lot going on with Mario. He's just well, I guess Peach does if... Well, okay, they also hint, well, I guess Color Splash is more explicit with it later on. Well, not really. They make fun of it in Color Splash, because Peach is like, this is Mario, he's my... ... friend. But in this game, I thought there was some dialogue early on where they said, like, Peach is like Mario's girlfriend or something. I don't know. It's all very strange, this whole Mario lore. He saves Peach so many times, it does make you wonder. So anyway, once you beat a chapter of the game, let's go back to the Thousand Year Door and turning the crystal star you got from the boss of that level. What is this?